The US has crashed out of Copa America, but these photos show how fans are embracing soccer in the US. Their exuberant voices flooded New York's Times Square. Children sat on shoulders, hands raised. Others jumped to the beat of their national songs. Their sky blue and white striped jerseys cascaded through the streets, their matching flags waving overhead. Argentina and beloved captain Lionel Messi were playing later that day in New Jersey as part of Copa America, the soccer tournament featuring countries from North and South America. And everyone, Argentine or not, soccer fan or not, seemed to know about it. The U.S. men's national team had a disappointing showing in the tournament, losing 1-0 Monday night to Uruguay and failing to advance to the knockout stage. But if Copa 2024 truly is a dress rehearsal for the 2026 FIFA World Cup, which the U.S. will co-host with Canada and Mexico, enthusiasm for this summer's event has shown the United States is more than ready. Fans have broken attendance records, both for matches involving the U.S. men's national team and for other countries. And the crowds outside stadiums and the jersey-clad bodies packed into bars and the small talk around offices, the 2024 Copa America has smashed any ideas that U.S. is not a soccer country. When the U.S. first hosted Copa America back in 2016, soccer still seemed like a new frontier in American sports. That tournament, fresh off the 2014 World Cup, was hailed as a success. The USMNT's group stage matches attracted an average of about 1.5 million viewers. The 2024 Copa America has already rendered those records obsolete, doubling the viewership for U.S. matches in some cases. This year's tournament, which ends July 14, isn't even halfway over, and the most exciting part, the knockout stage, has yet to begin. Still, Americans have been watching in record numbers. The USMNT's opening game against Bolivia drew 3.2 million viewers, according to Fox Sports, becoming the network's most watched non-World Cup soccer broadcast ever. In 2016, those numbers would have been mind-boggling. By some measures, the mammoth success of the U.S. women's national team and the National Women's Soccer League, considered by some to be the best women's soccer league in the world, has created an environment for soccer to flourish in America. Women's soccer has long found talent, investment, and fans stateside, while other countries have mainly played catch-up. And soccer has long been a popular sport among America's youth. The rest of the world says America isn't interested in soccer. I'm not so sure, David Beckham wrote in his 2004 autobiography, Beckham. Both feet on the ground. Every time I visit, I see kids playing in parks and on school and college campuses everywhere. There's a buzz around soccer in the States that points toward a very exciting future. 20 years later, this year's Copa America success proves Beckham's words are ringing true. The hype extends past viewership and into attendance. In 2016, the U.S. game against Costa Rica in the group stage drew 39,642 people to Chicago's Soldier Field, leaving the stadium less than two-thirds full. Last week, 59,145 people packed Mercedes Benz Stadium in Atlanta to watch the USMNT battle Panama, creating an environment so raucous that their explosion of cheers could be heard from outside the venue. Nathan Miller, a 28-year-old PhD candidate at Georgia Tech, attended that game against Panama. He's been a fan of the U.S. team since 2010, he told CNN, but this was his first time seeing them play live. Miller grew up playing soccer, his whole family did, but until recently he didn't know many people who actually watched the sport. I think it's a ground-up thing, where if NLS continues to grow, which it has been in pulling international stars like Lionel Messi, I think that's going to be something that drums up more American soccer fans in general, he said. Miller remembers those 2016 Copa America matches. At the time, he and a group of friends would go to a Buffalo Wild Wings to watch the U.S. play, sometimes needing to ask the restaurant to put the matches on the TVs. Now, he said, a bar by his apartment complex has signs with the U.S. soccer logo on it. And the Mexican restaurant next door has been advertising drink deals during Copa matches. I think it'd be harder now to find a place that wasn't showing the game, as compared to back then, he said.